Okay, everything nicely set up, everything cooled down, everything prepared. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to our unexpectedly second stream of the Xiaolumi Hangout, because last stream I did not really expect that the game would took me 2 fucking streams because of the length and my nerdiness and other stuffs. So here we are again, I assume. Well, and today we are gonna definitely finish the game in all of its glory, because as much as I know, the game shouldn't have that much endings. We are probably away from either 1 or 2 main endings, and then we get the quote-unquote supposed bonus story, or we still have a bit more. I mean, if we have more, we have more to stream, and if not, maybe I'll just start Genshin, the game itself, and just farm a few things. Anyway, I hope every one of you is alright. Every one of you is not melting like an ice cube in a hot porridge like I do, because it's like 35 degrees outside and 31 degrees inside my room, and I have the fucking air ventilation on level 3, the maximum, because I'm absolutely dying right now. But nothing to worry, I'm fine. I posted everywhere, I think. Yeah, I posted on Twitter, I posted on Insta. I remembered to post on Insta for a change again. And yeah, I posted on a lot of fucking servers that I'm Raifu. Wait, I actually have a server I can still post it. So okay, that should be fine. So, without further ado, let's start back into the game where we left off. In the last stream, we ended on the quote-unquote sad route, where Lumine was stranded in the chasm, consumed by her anger, by her guilt, by her grief for losing Ether, and Zhao kinda helped her. So we are gonna do it like the last time. We go from the last decision in the locked-in route to the routes where to the decisions where the route may split. So we are hopping right into it. So calm down. He's only asking Paimon. He's only asking because Paimon brought it up, so he simply wants to understand better. We say it's complicated. It's not something I've had the luxury to pursue, being a traveler. I'm one who drifts along the current of the cosmos. I understand. But that does not mean winds can change their direction. If you ever find your home, I hope you can find a good partner, if that is something you wish for. I never pursued romance because there was no reason to. Crushes would come and go. They would quickly fade into memory, and sometimes not even that. Someone as brilliant as you deserves the highest happiness. Now the winds have brought you to me, the only person who can take me back to the skies, to let me his wings until I recover mine. I'm also, again, excusing my very horrible English reading skills. English is not my native language, but I try my best to actually diverse more into English streams, because the thought of it is funny to have streams I can do on English and in German, and also use the English streams to just better my overall English skills. So yeah. And one day we will fly together. But how do I go about telling him this? I will have to find the right moment. So yeah, the rest is probably the same. Okay, that was that. So we are gonna go here. Yeah, we are here back in the chasm where Xiao has found Lumine crying and indulging and drowning in her sadness, and he's trying to console her. And in the last stream we decided to keep it to us and eventually break down, so this time guess we're gonna explain. Xiao deserves an explanation at the very least, but there is no need to recount everything in great detail. I was investigating these ruins. They have a connection to the abyss, which took my brother away from me. Some things happened along the way. I lower my gaze away from Xiao's face, full of worry and concern, and wipe my tears. It's not that I wish to hide things from him. It's simply that if you were in trouble, you should have called me. Don't be stubborn. Don't hesitate. Summon me when you encounter difficult situations. Thank you. I want to reassure him with words like, I will keep this in mind. Oh, can I skip it? Oh, okay. I understand you're searching for your brother, but what happened? Silence. I look around the shabby, crumbled walls that surround us. Okay, we can skip further. Okay, I guess it's the same throughout here. Okay, it's just a little bit of an explanation. So, okay. We're gonna back to the path here, where we last time explored the mining area. So, this time we go the underground waterway. I have my doubts that I would be able to find any useful traces in the mining area. If it's true that Ether's been awake for well over 500 years while I was imprisoned in nightmares, there was little reason for him to visit the caverns that for centuries have only been used by Liyue miners. I don't remember, sadly, if I brought this up, but the 500 years that Traveler slept, was asleep, did they actually dream? Or was it like some kind of a coma that they were like not aware of just by being woken up by the sibling and being like, oh yeah, you slept like half a millennia, and they were like, wow, really? It's I don't think it had been explained further, but yeah, it's an explanation as good as anyone else until we get actual confirmation, I guess. The things I seek should be located deeper in the deeper layers. The underground waterway did not have much human activity, so that may yet be something to find there, hidden amidst the undisturbed stones. Ether's footsteps, traces of the Abyss Order, or even some stray fetus. I'm willing to believe the Fatui have a deep information network and surely must know something about my brother. They did not classify him as a descender like me, but that's enough to tell me they are aware of him on some level. Yeah, most likely because we told Child about. So the Traveler most likely has told Child something, I guess. And or they might have picked up on something, because Traveler is not exactly discreet about their mission most of the time. If they were asked, what's your goal even? They're most likely been, oh yeah, I searched for my sibling. And they're like, so, huh. Because there were a lot of moments, especially after we will be reunited. I think it was the mission right before Inazuma was released, where we spent time with Beidou, and Traveler was like, Beidou was like, Traveler, how have you been lately? And Paimon was like, yeah, we encountered Traveler's sibling, and yeah, things went not as expected. And they were like, so, huh, I hope you are like able to reconnect with your sibling one day. I cross my fingers for you. And yeah, so yeah, and I guess they of course are aware of the sibling in one way or another, because they most likely have encountered him, or at least Saritsa knows about them. So yeah, therefore it stands to reason that information regarding the Fatui will have some use for me, no matter how far removed from ether it might seem. Once I reached the edge of the wooden platform that now lays unused with no miner in sight, I opened my glider to descend along the waterfall. The sound of running waters is a pleasant melody to my ears after the long hours spent in stasis amidst unmoving minerals. There is a narrow pathway hidden beside this waterfall, a passage I discovered by chance when the rocks split during a battle of which the details escape me. This shortcut, still secret to many, is steep and as dark as it can be. Thankfully, I have a lumen stone in my hand to illuminate the way. After following this pathway for a good while, hearing nothing but the sound of my heels as they clash upon gravel, I reached the other end into an uncharted territory. Unfortunately, Zhang disappeared, leaving nothing but a heartbreaking letter behind. I never had the chance to show her all the new areas I discovered in the chasm. The map she drew for me has been left unfinished. Wherever she may be, I hope that at least she's satisfied with her accomplishments. Yeah, the chasm quest, especially the actual exploration chasm quest, was a bit disheartening to say the least. But a lot of Genshin World quests are disheartening. Like, has anyone played the Dirge of Birchi's quest in the Sumeru Desert with Jet yet? I don't know how to pronounce her name. The tribes girl who we help get away from the very, very abusive tribe and the matriarch Babel. Oh god, this quest was very, very sad at the end, especially. But yeah, I'm drifting away too much again. This is one of the many areas that shall remain unmapped. A curious secret chamber hidden away amidst rough stone and shining minerals. There is a basin of clear water from which a little garden has sported. A plant will not survive on water alone, however. This humble garden only exists because, surprisingly, the sun's light cut through the rocks and reached beneath the surface. Truthfully, I don't comprehend how this came to be. This space is nowhere near close to the upper levels of the spiraling cavern. This secluded spot defies my understanding of the chasm's layout. My eyes are firmly fixated on the luminescence that pierces stone. Perhaps it is still possible for light to reach the darkness of the depths. I kneel next to the pond, with my hands cupped to gather some water with which I wash my face. The water is cold as ice, yet strangely invigorating. I stand still for a time. My eyes are closed. The sound of dripping waters helps calm my nerves and clear my mind. A traveler should not be equipped with a foggy mind and a distressed heart. A A storm of emotions, disorienting all logic, is what leads to one's demise. Of all the worlds I've crossed throughout my long life, I cannot possibly fall here. How unbefitting would it be to meet my aunt paralyzed by somber thoughts, drowned in wistful tears. Either believes in me. He left me behind, knowing that I will catch up. That does not make our separation hurt any less, nor does it soothe my soul one bit. Yeah, you can tell yourself that the Abyss sibling believes in the Traveler, and yeah, short spoiler about bedtime stories, so yeah, I'm warning now. At the end of the meeting, the Traveler gets confirmation about the insights of the Abyss sibling, but in the end they forget, both because of the reasons of the plot. And yeah, it's very somber, but as much as the Traveler will tell themselves, yeah, their sibling believes in them, and they believe in their sibling, the pain is still there. The pain and the loneliness will not go away until they meet again for real and properly, and not being separated by fate again. However, this journey of mine is a mission I was given by one who believes I will see it through the end. Were I weak, he would have taken my hand to gently lead my way forward. Is it because I'm strong that I'm standing here alone? Or is it merely what I tell myself to console my own heart? I'm still unable to understand what Ether is thinking. Whatever lies at my final destination is unknown. But there has to be a meaning to all of this. Can I have to fucking check something if I can use the space bar to skip the text forward, because I hated to always play with the mouse in the picture, because I am very, very restless when I sit. So when that day arrives, I will look back to see there was worth and meaning to everything I've done, to everything I've experienced. Okay, I can skip it with spacebar, good. In the meantime, I should appreciate the joys and the lovely sights I've seen throughout this journey. Indeed, my travels are not always shrouded in a gloomy veil. There is glee and delight in a plethora of wonderful memories. Yes, the stars continue to shine in the dark ocean of the cosmos. As the old ones turn to dust and the new ones take their place, the sky remains illuminated by the glittering of lights. Holding on to the past too hard sacrifices the present that is so inherently prevents the future from being born. There is meaning to my journey, and there is much to witness. I finally stand up and open my eyes to gaze at the shimmering lights that shine through the cracks of bedrock, to gaze at the shimmer reflected on the nurturing water. Where light exists, shadows will follow, but one will always have a choice to make. Embrace the darkness, or turn your eyes to look on the light, even when you are standing at the end of your course. Zhao's visage came to mind. It would be the height of hypocrisy for me to preach about hopeful tomorrows while letting myself be engulfed in dark thoughts. Zhao, despite a millennia of torture, he's still here, and he's now slowly hoping for another tomorrow. If one who has suffered so much and lost too much can still find the strength in himself to hope again, then so can I. Besides, I felt my heart urging me to go on, that I may see him again. Once I drove away the senseless thoughts that plagued me, and I reclaimed proper reason, I felt a strong wave of exhaustion wash over me. Exhaustion from a mind that spent too long in darkness. Perhaps I should set up camp here. A short nap seems much too tempting right now. This area is pleasant, it's illuminated, and the air is not so stale thanks to the vegetation. Once I awake, I shall raise my sword once more, and with newfound clarity, I will march on. The people waiting to see me again are many. Not only Ether, but also Xiao, Paimon, and there are many friends I've met throughout my travels. I will not fall here, but I will certainly fall asleep. I chuckle at my own silliness. Well, this means my mood has improved. After setting up a quick professional camp, I reach my bag for the onigiri, which I had packed prior to this venture into the chasm. I stare at the sparks flying out of the campfire as I enjoy this modest meal. A traveler I am. I shall take on the road once more, but all travelers need a moment of repose. With a satisfied belly, it was time to drown my earlier sorrows in slumberland. The rhythmic drops of water and the crackling fire lulled my mind to sleep. I know not how long I slept, but it certainly felt longer than a simple nap. My dreams were pleasant, though I'm unable to recall their contents. Yeah, if you can't remember your dreams, you most likely had good dreams and not problematic ones, because most likely dreams you can remember are either problematic or try to tell you something. Like your mind is really trying to tell you something you want or try to cope with or want to get away from or just need to experience. That is not always. I had dreams who were completely nonsensical. Like I dreamed that I was at work and I went home and I'm like, wait a moment, I am off today. I didn't have to go to work. This is a dream, right? Or I dreamed that I'm going down looking for my fucking for letters, and then I'm like, this is a dream, isn't it? And then I woke up. It's super weird when it happens, but yeah. I stretched my body. It feels good. Sleep was refreshing, and my vitality had returned. It was then that I took notice of a faint, mystical sound behind me. When I turned my head, I met with the sight of a Seelie floating about. It appears to be circling around the spot. A single step forward and the Seelie promptly moves. I've encountered many Seelies before. They often lead me to treasures, to particular mechanisms, or to curious places. Yeah, the lore of the Seelies is also like fire, like hot as fire. You wouldn't imagine. You have to read the fucking lore of the Seelies for yourself to believe it. It's insane. The Seelie too must be trying to guide me towards a particular location. I gathered my things in a hurry, then packed them into my magical bag. It is one of the few relics I have left of the place I once called home. Yeah, so the infinite inventory of a player actually has fucking an explanation here. Hey, Willy Welly, welcome to the stream. Welcome. I hope you are prepared for a lot of stuff. The campfire was no more, but I covered the ashes with dirt to be sure that no hazards would arise. Now then, I am ready to resume my journey, and it looks like I have a little guide with me. The Seelie led me past the hidden chamber, or secret light. Played this game. Yeah, everything I played so far is so good. I love it. This is so fucking great. After climbing up a narrow path, I found myself standing before a dark pit. It is so deep that one might think it's a bottomless. The Seelie drives into the pit, but stops to look back to see if I will follow. Yeah, the creator took a lot of time in it. I really can see how much time they actually spent with finding the actual good words to describe it, because yeah, visual novels tend to be a bit deep and poetic at sometimes, some more, some less, but that is very, very, very good. Like a lot of things are cheesy, especially the quote-unquote romancing parts, but so far I loved every single bit of it. Could be my misguided impression, but the Seelie looks restless. I better follow it. For any other person, this would be a scary thought, diving into the bottomless unknown. But for me, I simply opened my glider and jumped off with no hesitation. I also love that the creator took not only pictures they've drawn themselves, but also actually took pictures from the game to give it more of a touch, because it's very cool. It's super, super cool that they did this. In all fairness, I have a vague idea where this might be leading to, even though I've never been through this particular path before, if you could call it as such. And the fact that I've come to trust Seelies a far amount, they are benevolent spirits guiding stray travelers. According to legend, oh yeah, there it comes. Seelies are the remnants of a bygone race that once held beautiful forms and immense wisdom with which they guided humanity. Yeah, the lore of the Seelies, I tell you, it's lit. It's fire. Following this single Seelie, I glided downwards for a long time. It was several minutes, perhaps even half an hour. My control over Anemo was used to accelerate my descent, and when the ground finally came to view, I used the element once more to soften the landing. I was right to suspect where this pit was leading. It was downwards one of the many ruins of the ancient civilization that was buried beneath the stones. Presumably an aftermath of the divine nail crash landing upon the chasm. Normally, getting to this point in the chasm would require going around, following the path through the mining area. A journey that would surely take a few days at the very least, but longer for a less experienced adventurer. The chasm is big, and danger lurks at every corner, underneath every rock, behind every stone. Descending through this secret pit almost feels like cheating. Well, not as much as using waypoints. I wish to remain here to thoroughly search the ruins for any possible trace of my brother, any hints about the Abyss Order. Then I would go on to find the inverted city and also pass by the stony halls. However, the seal is urging me to follow the other way, now looking more restless than before. So it was not my impression. Something is amiss. My intuition, cultivated over the many experiences I have accumulated, raised the alarms, and my anxiety rose. Yeah, Traveler has all fucking rights to actually get good gut feelings, although they most likely will be deceived a lot still in the future. I mean, if they had a dime or one mora for every time during a world quest or something, or some other quest where someone deceived or lied to them, they could afford a pizza at the least, even two. My steps were quick and then soon turned into running. There's another cavity where the ground floor is not visible, but this time I'm well aware of where it leads. It is a pathway I have used before. Once again, I open my glider and jump off with no delay. It seems the seal is leading me to the lowest layers of the chasm. It is related to the divine nail. Yeah, it's also most of the, I mean, I don't want to downplay it, but in a lot of moments it's also Paimon being gullible and falling for any fucking mentions of treasure, mora, or other things, and Traveler's like tagging along. But that's why we love Paimon so much. Paimon has this little naive outlook on the world where we just can say, oh, we can't fucking spoil her fucking fun, and then it always leads to trouble, and it's funny. And sometimes Traveler themselves is even a bit naive and is like, I mean, if you have played fucking Clorin's fucking here story quest, you know what I mean. With the moment with Paimon, Farina, and Traveler, we're like, treasure! Oh! It's funny. I would rather not go there if I can help it. That's where a cruel, merciless, chaotic space is located. Whether the place is now probably sealed or not, I do not know, and will not take the risk or to find out. Trapped in the depths, with no way out, left behind to lose your own sanity amid illusions until your soul is carved out and a hollow husk is left behind. Xiao almost had to sacrifice himself to get us out of there. Yeah. Little fucking note on that. There are many peoples in the fandom who said Xiao should have died during this chasm quest, and I'm like, no? Are you serious? Just because people say, yeah, it would be a good thing for someone to finally die in this game, and I'm like, just because in other Hoyoverse games people die a lot does not mean that Genshin has to do that as well. Plus, what kind of a message would it be that Zhao is in the whole fucking quest like, yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice myself if it means to save it. Everyone is like, no, you won't. Bad Yaksha. Bad one. And then like, Zhongli comes around, it's like, no, you don't sacrifice yourself, son. And saved him, and it was good. Sometimes they help people because they're kind. Also, because of Paimon, she's like, let's go, this for food and treasure. And it's like, yeah, fine, let's go. And go with Crest. Yeah, I mean, Traveler at heart is still an adventurer, so it makes sense for them to be like, oh, if it's treasure, why don't try it out? I mean, we can handle ourselves, so if there is danger, we can get out. There rarely is a fucking situation where the Traveler is not able to escape. So yeah. I almost lost him. I strove to bury those memories as quickly as I could. I must turn the eyes on the present and the future that awaits. Zhao. I wonder where he is and what he's doing at this moment. Earlier I was so lost in those spiraling dark thoughts that I didn't realize how much I miss him. His presence would surely lift my spirits. I feel safe when he is with me. No evil would dare to touch me when the conqueror of demon casts his protective gaze over me. Though first I should see what is the matter with the Seelie. I have a bad feeling, a knot in my stomach. When I land, I recognize the area as the one which Sumerian fungi have claimed as their own territory. Dying life to develop out of his self-sacrificing thing to have him die would just feel insulting. Not all character deaths make things good. You need to... Yeah, exactly. If you just kill characters for the sake of killing characters and having dark stories and such, you have the mess that's called the anime of Akamega Kill, where they just killed off every single character just to kill them off. Not even the manga killed everyone, but the anime is like, oh yeah, we need drama, so we need to kill everyone. Or I think The Walking Dead did this also a lot, where they just gave us in-depth of a character just to kill him off right after we learned to like him. Just so the developers and the writers can say, oh, look how much you like them. Would be a shame to let them die. And Zhao, if Zhao would have killed himself with the sole purpose of he wanted to die, it would have brought him nothing. Because if we remember the birthday letter we got lastly from him, he actually said that he finally has nice dreams for once, where he dreams of the Traveler and the poem, the fucking poem quest. Oh my god, the poem event was gold. Yeah. It's a beautiful place. Amid the gloom, twinkles glowing in the dark. Alas, now it's not the time to admire the scenery. I follow the Seelie with haste, running through the fungal landscape. Yeah, the last letter. I mean, the game tried to be elusive about it, but we all know that Zhao wrote that. It's so fucking him. It's so fucking him. After a while, a giant luminescent mushroom comes into view. It is Zamaran, a strange fungus that has the ability to communicate with people through the release of spores in the air. Pavin and I helped it with a few matters in the past. Lumine, the two-legged. Fate has brought you here again. Zamaran has a favor to ask. Is this where the Seelie is leading me to? A sign of relief that I won't have to go near the divine nail after all. The dark mud in the chasm has receded, so it should be not a problem for Zamaran anymore, but maybe some of it's still around, or there could be something. My heart stops. There's a figure lying on the ground underneath Zamaran's glow. Xiao? I rush to his side as fast as my legs would, so we have another inversion. In the other route, Xiao is the one who found Lumine, and now it's Lumine who finds Xiao. Okay, I'm interested in where this is going. What is he doing here, and why is he unconscious on the ground? Zamaran must seek help from Lumine once more. The two-legged, made of air, does not respond and does not move. Exercise your benevolence and save the defenseless. You don't even have to ask. Without delay, I search Xiao for possible injuries. There seems to be a few scratches, but no deeper wounds. His breathing is shallow, but at least he's alive. Xiao, can you hear me? Xiao? No response. Nothing. The Seelie guide from before circles around me and Xiao, as if it's trying to assist me in some way. Did Zamaran send the Seelie in search of aid? What am I supposed to do? How does one take care of an Adeptus? One marred by karma at that? As far as I know, mortal medicine does not work on Adepti, and I can't simply leave Xiao here alone to search for Zhongli. I try to recall the contents of the Ode of Windborn Wraith chapter from the Tour of the Land of Leo book that lists ways of comforting Yaksha. Alas, I'm unable to remember anything of use. When I showed this book to Xiao, he dismissed many of its contents. Not knowing of what to do, I take on the blanket I had packed in my bag and pulled it over Xiao. At the very least, I should make sure that he's not cold. Zamaran would not appreciate me setting up a campfire here. I gently caressed Xiao's hair, wishing to seize his agony away. Xiao, is the two-legged made of air familiar to you? Yes, the name is Xiao. Zamaran, what happened? Why is Xiao in this state? Zamaran awakened from slumber when it sensed its kin in danger of foul energy. Zamaran has to shelter the weak, but this foul energy was too strong for it. None answered Zamaran's call for help once again. The many-legged and four-legged paid no heed. Then Xiao the two-legged manifested from the air. Zamaran called once more, and only the wise know to answer. Xiao is one of the wise. Of course, Xiao has helped ghosts before, so why not help a mushroom too? This two-legged Xiao carries foul energy on the body, yet still did eradicate that which threatened Zamaran's kin. How curious. No mushrooms can sense so mushrooms can sense karma? Either way, it seems that Xiao fought against the demonic influence that was afflicting this place. Now that paths of the chasm have been opened to the public, Xiao might consider it a path of his duty to patrol the underground pathways. Always diligent, always protecting Liu and everyone in it. Zamaran has met a Xiao before, and has many questions to ask. Samaran knew not that two-legged of this shape can be made of air. Probably because he has an animal vision, I guess. But this Xiao is not speak and soon stopped moving. Samaran does not know how to revitalize the legged. Thus Samaran sent the floating legless to seek aid from other legged. I see. So that's how it is. Thank you, Samaran. Thank you for trying to help Xiao. And thank you too, little Sealy. We are all living beings, bathing in the blessings of the earth. It is natural for us to help each other. This is what the wise do. Wow, that's such a strong language. Like, holy shit. To expect something like that in a fan visual novel about a fucking fanship. I am amazed. I'm very, very much amazed. This is so fucking true. The calm or tormenting Xiao must have reached a point at which it was too much to bear. Baizhu und... das ist nicht Samaran, der da spricht. Baizhu and Chi-Chi have found Xiao unconscious in Daihua Marsh before. Oh, how I wished to hold him in my embrace. But I did not dare to overstep his boundaries, however benign my intentions may be. I spent some time discussing with Samaran, thinking of ways I could help Xiao, but unfortunately our discussion wasn't very productive. Not that I should expect it too much from a fungus. Samaran may be wise in many aspects, but he's still a mushroom. He's still something I fucking spread over my pizza. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I shouldn't have said that. If there's nothing I can do about Zhao's karmic debt, I should at least make myself useful in other ways. There are still things I can do to provide some comfort and relieve that distressed Yaksha. For one, I could prepare some food. Xiao might be hungry when he awakens, and I am certain that he will wake up. I have a few ingredients in my bag if he does not like the onigiri I have left. While making a mental list of possible cold but delicious dishes I could prepare due to Samaran's aversion to fire, I saw Xiao twist and turn under the blanket until he eventually opened his eyes. Xiao grimaced in pain, and it took a few moments for him to register what he was seeing. Xiao! Ah, Xiao, the two-legged is moving again. A cause to rejoice. You mean? Xiao, how are you feeling? Is there anything I can do to help? Please tell me. I love the sprites. They are everything. Look at the gorgeous little baby. Look at her. She's so fucking gorgeous, and Xiao as well. It's so fucking pretty. I love it. Xiao lifts his body to sit on his back side, despite clearly suffering from severe pain in the process. Try as he might, he could not hide the agony permeating his body. You don't have to get up. It's okay. Don't push yourself. Despite the progress he's made as of late, it's difficult to change mindsets ingrained in him over a lifetime. His first instincts in such a situation is to avoid making himself a burden to others. Why are you here? Never mind that. What's important now is to help you recover. No, this is my burden to carry. He acts exactly like her in the other route. I love it. So, okay, we have to save because we have another fucking pathway. So let's be direct. Be direct. Be the one who says him no. Bad Zhao. Bad animal boy. Oh shush. Now come here and let me take care of you. I will not take no for an answer. This is not Xiao? I repeat that I will not take no for an answer. Alright, I will accept your care. There is a hint of guilt in my heart. I do not like treating Xiao harshly, but sometimes I need to use a little extra force in order to pull him out of his dark well of I'm stumbling over a fucking word again. Of of dark thoughts. I'm sorry, I can't spell the fucking word. I'm so fucking sorry. Difficult. Has he become Master Yoda or something? Look at you. Now you're being scolded by a mushroom. Now then, tell me what you need and what I can do for you. In the meantime, you should lie back down. Xiao does as he is told, without protesting this time, and I fix the blanket that I had fallen off, pulling it over him to keep him warm. Win you must. Kiss you too shall. OTP, I say. Okay. Imagine Cameron being the best wing shroom ever. Incense can help ward off evil spirits. I don't suppose mushrooms can work as incense material, and that's all I can find around these parts. Either way, Cameron would certainly not agree with that idea. I can teach you how to make it using anemo, to dry the herbs and then imbue it with adeptal arts. It won't be as effective as incense made out of using the proper steps, recipes refined by the adepti, but it will do for now. I've had to do this many times when I was fighting demons alone in the wilderness. Sorry, I have to drink a second. Third wheelers. Oh boy, yeah, the whole crew who supports the Xiaolumi shipping, like Chi-Chi and Cloud Retainer being like so one may have not adopted him as a student, but Zhao is as good as one's son, as Ganyu and Shenhe are one's daughters, so Traveler has full support of one to date and marry him. Oh boy. Xiao struggles to speak. I can hear the strain in his voice. Even in this dire state, he seeks to make himself useful. What am I doing to you, Xiao? Leave yourself in my care for once. Alright, but don't push yourself too hard. No time to delay. I must be quick and do what I can to relieve his pain. I search my bag in a hurry, looking for anything that could be used as an incense material. At times like these, I thank myself for being such a hoarder. Yeah, we are fucking taking everything with us, even though we don't need it anymore. Like the 3 million wolf banes I always collected, even though I had Razor already on level 90, and I still fucking collected them, even though I do not level Mika. Stop by to collect even mint and sweet flower that crosses my every way is never a waste. A traveler must be prepared. My cabbages! I recall that Goldet tends to keep Wangshu stocked up on violet grass. Perhaps it's something Zhao uses on occasion. Fucking Enju. Everyone but Enju, oh my god. I recently, I mean a few months ago, I actually once heard his English fucking dialogue and it was hilarious. Like, I am a very big weeb, so I play on the Japanese voice lines, of course. And mostly I do not like the English voice lines that much. No hate to the fucking voice actors, but Yeah. But when I heard Anju's fucking dialogue in English, I'm like, there's no way that this is real. Then I looked it up more thoroughly, and I'm like, oh my god, this is real. This is Genshin Impact abridged, this guy. Why else would he have the in-store so much in of this particular plant? I have some violet grass. Would that work? Yes. It would be more effective with more ingredients, but if... I see. What else I have on hand? I say so in a hurry. Knowing the pain Xiao is enduring right now, I would rather have him speak a little as possible. In the end, I managed to find a few other useful herbs in my bag, including some Sumerian plants I've seen used for incense before. Thus, I prepared the ingredients under Xiao's instructions. I'm sorry. When I was done, I borrowed the censer Xiao wears on his person, and soon the claiming smoke of incense filled the air around us. Yeah, I also like it that she can just make fire like that, because right now we should not have the pyro. She should not have the pyro power because Natlan is not released, and I guess this plays before Fontaine, because the game released a year ago, I guess. I don't know if Fontaine was already out when it was released, but I have no real fucking assurance if as of when the fucking stories take place, because we know at least it plays after Sumeru, but everything after that I don't really know. When I was done, I borrowed the sensor on this person. Smoke filled around us. Okay. How is this? Does it work? It is helping. Yes. Samaran sends this which is you call it incense. Samaran recognizes some smells from deep within the rainforest, but does not recognize the others. Particular creation of the two legs. You said it can drive off evil? I don't think this is something you can recreate yourself. It's a special incense made with adaptal arts. First of all, Samaran doesn't have any limbs, so this is all lost cause before we even being considered. The issue of being an art cultivated by the adapti. These adapti you speak of appear wise indeed. Given time, they might rise to become as great as Samaran and its kin, as delicious and as luminant as we are. Xiao is too drained of strength and does not react to Samaran's words. I would have loved to see his retort. Maybe we can visit Samaran another day when Xiao feels better. A conversation between the two of them would be amusing indeed. Is there anything else I can do for you? This is enough. Your presence is enough. Rest your head on my lap at least. It will be warmer and softer than this damp mossy grass. Oh my god, fried mushrooms. Yeah, I'm sorry for making you hungry. I tend to do that a lot because I talk a lot about food in my streams. Alright. Xiao moves his head on my lap, on the soft fabrics of my dress, while I pull the blanket over, which had fallen sideways over him. Is this better? It's no soft bed of silken sheets. Not that Zhao cares about such, but it's our best option right now. It's warm. Yes, that's how you should be. You should feel warm and cared for. I place one hand on Zhao's back to make sure the blanket doesn't fall off if he happens to move, and to tell him that I am here with him. He's not alone. I gently place my other hand on his head to slowly stroke his hair, to caress him tenderly and show him that he is loved. Is this okay? You don't have to. It feels nice. And that's all I need to know. There's no stopping now. No stopping me from showering you with the care you deserve. please rest. Don't worry about anything else. Xiao did not answer. Now his eyes were closed. The pestilential pain of doubtlessly is still present, and so are the noxious whispers of ghostly demons, but Xiao looks almost peaceful, and his breath has stabilized. Lumine, wisest of the two-legged, shall receive Samran's gratitude for helping the weak once more. Unfortunately, this is only a momentary relief. The vicious shadows cease their flurry, but the whirlwind will return before long. I can only hope that it remains bearable. On most days, one would never suspect the burden Xiao endures with the way he carries himself. My mind thought of Zhongli and the Remedium Territorium he delivers to Xiao. Would it be possible for me to learn how to make adaptile medicine? For now, all I can offer, however, is much of my care Xiao is willing to accept. Yeah, I also love how the creator, how Chris really pulled out and tried to include here like other characters like Zemran, Paimon, even a few unnamed NPCs. They really had a feeling of this is part of the game. I also like how Lumine and Xiao are written. Like, you could really think that this is actual game Xiao. And yeah, as for Lumine is, I mean, I can expect her to be that. I mean, I am #1 fan fox of Lumine, né? As you can see on my undying love for her. But yeah, it's so fucking good. Lumine is so authentic, especially when one has picked Lumine as the traveler, because we know that Lumine tends to be more emotional than Ether. That's a fact. That's not a theory, that's a fact. But yeah, let's continue, I guess. Let yourself rest, Xiao. I will be here watching over you. Even Zemran and Cecilia are here. You may think of yourself as one destined for solitude, but if you look around you, there are so many who wish to help, who wish that you will be well. So may you have a sweet sleep filled with fond dreams. Alas, peaceful times are short for one who is poisoned with the foul enmity of ancient grudges by indignant wraths and tainted souls long perished. Our makeshift incense ran out, and as if on cue, rancorous shadows returned with a force greater than before. Xiao gripped the hem of my dress and curled into a fist so tight as I thought its nails would cut through his glove's fabric to tear his own flesh. His breath is heavy and shallow. Each groan of his was greater than the last, revealing the excruciating agony coursing through body and soul alike. Xiao! I had no way of knowing if he could hear, if my voice could even reach him. He rivered frantically. At times it sounded like he was choking, suffocating, as if his breath was taken away. The wraiths were strangling him, demanding to claim his body. Someone can smell the corrosive scent of foul energy in the air, yet it is contained inside the body of Xiao. I know that. Should you wish it, Samran will grant you the blessing of wisdom to seal the fissures on Xiao. No, I appreciate the offer, but this won't work for Xiao. I don't need images of fungi growing out of Xiao in my head right now. Then this is a matter of the two legs. Zemran shan't meddle too much. Lumine the wise must know what needs to be done. Not at all. I feel useless, out of depth. Xiao. I know not what to do, but call out his name in hopes that it may be a rope to pull him out of the sea of darkness that threatens to drown him. Xiao, focus on my voice. Tell me what I can do for you. After a time, which felt like eternity, Xiao finally opened his eyes. You should leave if I can't control. So you muttered the strength to speak only to tell me this? No, I'm not leaving you. I speak through tears with a voice so loud that it could drown out the violent screams ringing in Xiao's ears. You must. I'm not leaving you alone. I'm not going anywhere. You won't go through this alone. Xiao choked, though I can't know whether it was a reaction to my words or the unbearable agony tearing in his spirit apart. I've made my declarations, yet what can I do for him? I have neither the power to purify his karma nor ability to heal his body. Perhaps if I had unlocked my true powers. There's no point in dwelling on hypotheticals right now. Get out of here. There's not much I can offer, but to hope that his heart will endure through this ruthless torture. Hurry. If there's one thing everyone fears, to be left alone and forgotten in the dark depths of the world, and though Xiao may claim otherwise, I know, somewhere deep in his heart, there's a frail voice crying out. Yeah, let's just say, I'm here. Xiao, I'm not leaving you to suffer all alone. I would rather end my journey right here than to turn around and leave you behind. My karma, is dangerous. Yeah, I guess that could be also a thing. Yeah, Zhao's teapot voice is also great. Like, I'm doing everything to protect this heaven of yours. That was fucking smooth talking 101, but in a good way. In what world would I dare to cast you aside to save myself when you are ever so willing to forfeit your own life for me? There's no compromise to be made. My might will not be swayed. Whenever you must say I refuse, you may say. This is not about your karma. It's about what I want to do. And I wish to stay here with you. So please, let me help you. Alright. My words finally got through to him, so I pulled Zhao into my embrace. It's really the exact inversion, because in the other route, Zhao was the one who hugged and embraced Lumine and consoled her. That's super cool. I love it. Let my warmth and care reach him. Let them bring light to burn the dark chains that are pulling his spirits in every direction. Thank you for letting me do this for you. I held his head in my hand, stroking his hair the same way I did before. A steady rhythm, full of love. I squeezed him tighter to shield his heart from the dark poison enclosing it. Zhao moved his hand tentatively on, or perhaps it was involuntarily, action, the need to maintain his grip on reality, his grip on his sense of self amid the torturous whirlwind of karmic punishment. It's fine to hold on to me, if it helps you. He wrapped his arms around me, though his hands were still curled into tight fists, some be unbearable pain he had to endure. I saw a single tear run down Zhao's face. Was it a tear of agony or a tear of relief for not suffering alone in cold darkness? I may never know. For a time, the only sound that echoed through the depths of the chasm were Zhao's pained groans and the weight of his heavy breathing. His battle against the Wraith's assault lasted for a long time, for too long, and with each passing moment, he tightened his arms around me. Never did I stop gently whispering in his name, whispering reminders that I'm by his side and that he can rely on me for as long as he needs. And I spoke of those who are waiting to see him again and the many people who care about him. With time, the groans ceased and his breathing returned to normal. In the dark depths of the chasm, where the golden sun rays do not reach, there is still a glimmer of light to be found. Thank you for your kindness, and for staying with me. I'm fine now. You can let go of me. Are you sure? Don't push yourself. I'm a Yaksha. There's no trouble I cannot handle. I've been through this ordeal many times before, so I will. Xiao? To say this right after you clung to me for dear life. Is this what you want? Or are you still thinking of yourself as a burden? We can stay like this for as long as you need. It's not a problem for me. I lack the energy to argue with you. Oh, so admit you haven't fully recovered? I squeezed him a bit tighter. Well, then I'm not letting you go. You're not going anywhere. Huh. I can ride the wind and escape the confines in an instant. Will you do it? No. If this arrangement is truly an agreement with you. Of course it is. It always will be. Xiao, I know I'm traveling a lot, so I'm not always present in Liyue. But whatever, I'm here. You can seek me out if you need help or company in some comfort. Not counting the strange mind space I was in before all this, I visited Xiao as often as I can. The conveniently placed waypoint right by Wangshu Inn is a blessing. Your offer is appreciated and accepted. I will keep it in mind. My heart is filled with glee that Zhao is now more receptive to letting me take care of him. I could not help myself but give him a light, tender kiss on the forehead. What is the meaning of this? I observed mortals displaying this behavior as before. It's a little kiss because I'm happy you're feeling better, and I'm glad you are letting me take care of you. It's a gesture of affection. Is that so? It's because I love you, silly Yaksha. You are a fool. Are you talking about yourself? In all my years, I have not experienced just such audacity before. If you're having the privilege to tease Zhao, I cannot restrain myself. Wait, when you say love. Now that he accepted my care, perhaps he might even accept my... Forget it. It's nothing. Maybe not yet. He sat in silence for a while as I continued to cradle Zhao tenderly. Who knows when I will have the opportunity to care for him in this manner again. I would like to hold him for as long as I can. Whenever us Yakshas would find a moment of respite, Bossashes would sometimes gather everyone and take us in his arms. He called it a group hug. It was uncomfortable to be pressed against so many at once. Your embrace is more pleasant. Oh yeah, imagine this fucking big four-armed behemoth hugging his four quote-unquote siblings, and everyone's like, stop choking us! Ah! It's funny. The image of that must be funny as heck. This is praise of highest order, to be compared to his Yaksha companions. You are soft and gentle. Bossashus was rough, but I understand he harbored no ill intentions. Xiao is overall the shortest of the boys. He's such a small boy. I mean, have you ever compared him to other animal boys or general other characters? He's just a baby. Marshal Viritras. He was a formidable warrior and a very talented commander, far better than I ever was, but I could not comprehend the strange behavior he exhibited during our moments of rest. Indarius would often reprimand him when I was dragged along by his whims. So Indarius was like a protective older sister for Zhao. That's adorable. My heart was relieved to know that other Yaksha cared for Zhao so much. He was not always alone, he was surrounded by lovely people once. With knowledge of the Yakshas in my heart, there's one thing I can say with confidence. I don't think he did strange things. Bossashus must have wanted to have a good time with you and everyone else. Could have tried harder to understand him. But I'm not like them. The things I've done, the crimes of the past, I'm aware. The darkness of Zhao's crimes will always follow him. The unacceptable history of slaughtering innocents, of watching their blood flow between his fingers. The ancient records of viciously devouring dreams, of leaving people's spirits asunder and watching the shattered fragments scatter to fade into nothing. It was a cruel fate forced upon him, not a choice he made, but he bore the consequences all the same. I am an outlander. It is not my place to pass judgment on the crimes of this world's inhabitants, crimes committed in the distant past, no less. As far as I am concerned, all I've ever known is the Zhao before me, the tormented soul in my hands. I personally think the world forgave Zhao a long time ago. Zamaran and the Seelis, both beings of this world, sought to help Zhao when he fell. They're still here watching over him. Zhao. Let's wait. I want to save that. So, redirect thoughts. Zhao, you're in the present now, and you're with me. I interjected before he had the chance to continue his trail of thought. Zhao only just barely recovered from a wave of karmic torture. There's no need to fill his mouth with painful memories and to harbor any more hatred for himself than he already does. I tightened my arms to give him a light squeeze. You're with me, in my embrace. May I? Yes? I didn't finish the question. The answer is always yes. Yeah, this art is super. I love Chris's art style. This is so fucking good. The hair looks so fluffy, the background looks so lively, and their faces look very soft. Thank you. Although reluctant at first, Zhao wrapped his arms around me. This time, it was a proper hug. No more hands curled into fists from grueling pain. No more gripping at the hem of my dress to keep himself afloat. above the sea of corrosive darkness. Xiao embraced me tightly, then closed his eyes. There were no more conversations to be had. The world did not speak. It was silent to allow this tormented Yaksha to rest in the embrace of the one who loves him most. Huh. Okay, then let's look the other fucking decisions before we, I guess, get into the bonus round? Change subject, okay. The things I've done, he said. How about the things you will do? I'm afraid I do not follow. There are a lot of things waiting for us on the surface. Many lovely things I'd like to experience with you. So please, do not walk on the road of solitude. Stay in my company. With someone like me. With nobody else but you. Okay, I think we are... Yeah, Samuel will be like, spicy. Okay, let's go back here and be delicate. I place my hand over his and giving him a light squeeze. Xiao, I understand why you're saying this, but I'm telling you that it's okay. You're important to me, and I don't want to see you suffer in solitude. If you can't accept this, then think of it as something I want to do myself. You're not offloading your burden on another. I've spent enough time with Xiao by now to understand the way he thinks. Alright, I will accept your care. So I've come to learn the ways need to get around his stubbornness. Difficult this Xiao is. Okay, I think we're done. Okay, I guess we are here again, so you're in no danger. Xiao, I know you're worried about my safety, but you are not a danger to me. I can stand my ground. It's true that my powers were sealed, and now I have only but a fraction of it. Even so, I will not fall so easily. I understand that he's trying to drive me away because he sincerely wants to protect me. But who else would protect him? There is no fear in my heart. Xiao managed to withstand karma for this long. He will not fall now. Knowing this does not make the current circumstances any less painful, neither for him nor me. But we are stronger together, and no matter what awaits at the end, I want him to know he's loved. Whatever happens, I will not leave you suffer alone. So please, let me help you. Okay, I think we are done. Yeah, okay. Okay. I guess that was the second quote-unquote route. Arc, I guess. Blah. So I guess we can start now in amid this darkness, you bring light. Oh boy. Wait. Give me a small second. I have to sit up properly again because I noticed I've once again fucking drifted too much into my fucking chair to sit up properly. So, ready or not, here's round 3. Curious about what? I have to be honest, Xiaolumi is not my most favorite Lumine shipping. I actually have no quote-unquote favorite Lumine shipping. I love every ship with Lumine, but I just think that Xiao and Lumine are very, very good with each other. Like, it's one of the most beloved ships for a reason. Not only because Hoyoverse fucking pushes it a lot over the story and events as well, but also because I think it really works well. Like, as in the visual novel already shown, the traveler, in this case Lumine, feels a lot of loneliness, even with people like Paimon and all the friends she made. She still feels lonely. She still searches for her brother, because her brother basically will always be her most important person in her life. But upon meeting Xiao, I think she actually really found solace, like in a person she can rely on who's not Ether. And Xiao needs someone as Lumine as well, especially because I said it in my last fucking stream where I did the visual novel. The only other person I can kinda see being shipped with Xiao is Ganyu, actually. Those two could work somehow, I think. But yeah, Xiao and Lumine are very, very good with each other, in my opinion. They work very well. They very bounce off each other very well. And yeah, they have very much in common that would make them work very well. Death, 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 death. Relieve yourself from pain. Embrace the sweet release. Find salvation from your suffering. Let yourself drift away in darkness. Only fresh blood can wash the rotten stench off your hands, little Yaksha. Kill or suffer, kill or suffer, kill or suffer, kill or suffer. Their voices, their roaring screams are more intense than usual. Yeah, Xiao is actually really one of the few people who do not ask anything from the traveler overall. Like, if everything, the traveler has always to, quote unquote, force yourself on Xiao to help them, or ask Xiao for help. And he's like, so yeah, here I am. Like during some events or during Baiju's story quest where we actually asked Xiao for help, for advice. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll help you. It's very, very cute. The lingering grudges born from desires and ideas that have been eroded by time. Some of those gods have ideas and fought for what was right to them. Their menaces, their massacre does not fill me with glee. But I am a mere yaksha who guards Liyue. I cannot possibly understand the larger scope of the world. All I know is the virulence left behind. No longer aimed at anything, yet perpetually targeting everything. Nauseous wraiths born of pestilence, poisoning minds with vile thoughts, corroding the soul viciously. It is all of my own doing, my burden to carry, my responsibility to endure. Once drenched in blood, always drenched in blood. One of us, 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 one of us. Slaughter, 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 slaughter. Seek and destroy. A sweet bite of your soul, and the pain shall go away. Only darkness can conceal your bloody hands, little yaksha. Yeah, it's basically madness. Also, I like when dialogue is read in different colors, so one can really differentiate the intention and the meaning, because if someone's written in red, you can always almost think that it's read with some intention of anger or fury or madness, I think at least. Blood, slaughter, the stench of rotten flesh, of decaying bones. Putrid blood flowed down the streams that were meant to carry purifying waters. The once fertile soil soaked up the corrosive blood, and all life withered. Even the unwavering stones crumbled. Valleys were painted in crimson red as the sunlights faded into darkness. The air was thick and suffocating, eyes stinging from miasma. 5 of us were standing together amidst the chaos that scarred the world, heeding the call of our sworn duty to purge the world of all evil. There was a dream for a life beyond the endless wars, beyond the scariest of horror sceneries. I was the only one who did not dream of such, and yet I am the only one who is still here. The sun was still high up in the sky, evident by the scattered sun rays that were passing through the golden canopy. A sudden gust of wind moved the branches rhythmically, caused a myriad of ginkgo leaves to whirl in all directions. It was a particular sunny day. The sky was bright and clear while I was patrolling the land. I was not the one to concern myself with the weather, but such a brilliant day would not get unnoticed. Landoris loved the sun, and Indarius loved the sun. She had the highest spirits on bright days such as these. Even after being steeped in karma, she would find the strength to smile on the rare days when sunrays were able to cut through the darkened clouds. Alatus, look! There's still light in the world! I noticed I was covered in leaves, perhaps from the gust of wind prior, yet I remained still. There was a pleasuring sensation in my head, a familiar, throbbing pain spreading through my entire body. Shifting would increase the afflicted agony, so I remained still. This burning ache that seeks to tear the body and soul apart, I was well acquainted with it. The sensation was one I have to endure for millennia. The price paid for aeons of slaughter. One reaps what they have sown. 2 small finches landed on a nearby branch to chirp and sing at each other. Bonaios loved listening to the birds singing. She loved watching the fish swim. She would often talk about the little joys in life. Look at the cute little fish, Alatus. Don't you think it looks like you? How saddened she was when the ceaseless battles would raze the lands, incinerating the lush trees, contempting the rich ponds. Despite the pain coursing through my body, I turned my gaze to look at the finches, were slowly reaching my hand out to them. I know not whether it was a surprise or my fall aura, but that made them flee in a hurry. There was another gust of wind blowing through the branches, sending the ginkgo leaves into a whirling dance once more. My silken sleeve, too, drifted along with the windy currents. Nagias would often hold speeches about the importance of designing clothes with elegance. He so loved waving long sleeves and robes that would flow along with waves of the winds. How often was it that he tried to dress me in those intrinsic outfits? Hey Alatus, you have control over your powers of animal, so an outfit like this would be most fitting for you. I remember. He would try to teach me his design philosophy, but I did not comprehend of any of it. During those times, I believed teaching the skills of creation to someone like me was a pointless endeavor, for I was good for naught but slaughter. Bossachus would never hide his distaste for those clothes. They were inconvenient to wear. Yeah, I wonder why. As a being with 4 giant hands, or was it 6? Did he have 4 or 6? I think he had 6 hands because he's reference to Ashura, I guess. I think. Have to look that up right now. Give me a second. Sorry. Okay, he had 4 hands. He had 4. He had 4 arms. I just wanted to find it out and fucking still my curiosity. I remember the disagreements. Even more so remember Bossachus' distastes for Megorgia's speeches. We don't need 2 of you here. A single Menorgius is enough. Alatus, don't listen to this jargon. Yet, I would see them drink together afterwards, inviting the rest of us to join them. Those dining tables and seats that were fashioned from lumenstone to host perpetual cheer were fated to endure perpetual silence. Why are you the only one alive? Why? Why? Feast on blood, feast on blood, feast on blood, feast on blood. Rid yourself from painful memories. Free yourself from this realm. Join your friends. Join your family, lonely Yaksha. Ha ha ha, hey ha ha ha. I'm sorry, I can't do too much because my fucking throat will murder me as a fucking response. What right do you have to still be here? They had dreams of a model life where I had none. Yet they all lost their lives, while I should have made the effort to better understand them. Should have joined their activities when they invited me. Should have allowed myself the freedom to be with them, for they surely did accept me as family. No. Lumine would not want me to ruminate over regrets. What is it that she would say? Xiao, you are the only one who can carry their wishes now. Yes, that does sound like something Lumine would say. You are the only one who can fulfill the dreams of your old companions. She would encourage me to live for the future, not dwell on guilt and past regrets. An image of Lumine emerged in my mind. Her smile was warm and radiant, more brilliant than the sun shining in the skies. So true, so true. She was holding my hand, pulling me out of the shadows and into the soft light. Thus, I lifted myself to sit on my backside. The pain coursing through my body stung like a myriad of needles. My head felt heavy. The relentless screams ringing in my ears were dizzy. Pitch-black chains steeped in prison were pulling away at my soul, trying to drown me in darkness. I remember. When guilt was the force that drove me and duty was the power that anchored me. I remember. When repaying debts was the motive that pushed me and guarding the land, what its people was the purpose that kept me alive. Now it was different. Cheerful voices were heard from below. The source must be guests residing at the inn. I am well accustomed to the occurrence, the centuries-old routine of the inn, yet my gaze wandered downwards to search the balcony below. There was a group of mortals chatting about. Whatever they were friends or family, I did not know. All I wish could discern what they looked happy together. Yes, things are different now. I have people by my side. Old friends that were always there. Zhongli, Mooncarver, Cloud Retainer, and the rest of the Adepti. New friends like Goldert, Yanfei. Oh yeah, he's friends with Yanfei. They sure could also work as a couple, I guess. But I just assumed that fucking Yanfei would be like, you sign this contract right now, young man. Okay, I'm sorry. Shanling, Chongyun, and others. Even Chongyu, oh boy, these two would also make a great buddy group. Like, Conqueror of Demons, would you maybe assist me in vanquishing these evil spirits? Old allies who have always seen me as a companion, and mortals who wish to be by my side despite my harmful karma. In spite of the pain tormenting my body, I stood up. Agony was my familiar company, and I knew well not to be complacent. I would not fall to something so ordinary. Instead of using my abilities to ride the wind, I chose to follow the curved branches until they reached the roof on which I have spent much of my time. As I walked over the glazed tiles at the corner of my eye, I noticed two figures standing atop the uppermost balcony of the inn, the balcony that is solemnly used by guests. The two figures appeared to be embracing each other close. I have people by my side, and among them stands Lumine, glowing like starlight, illuminating the darkened skies. Yeah, so that was also addressed in the visual novel here, that vision holders are in fact more resistant to a lot of things, also to things like the ley lines and something like that, which I find very, very curious, because is it because, I mean, I think it even was fucking brought up in bedtime stories that the reason why the traveler at least can see so much visions or seep into dreams and or memories of people is because they have no vision and therefore are more susceptible to the ley lines and their influence. Like when we dwelled into the memory of Caribert by the sibling, and also in bedtime stories where we got into someone specific's memories, if you remember. This is also a bit interesting, as well as they basically got into Farina's memories as well. She would embrace me tenderly, soft and warm. My aching body was more bearable now, and the screams had calmed. They had turned into whispers. I raised my hands to look at them. These hands of mine have been drenched in blood many times over, and yet Lumine held them gently, akin to holding a cherished flower. What a curious person she was, to approach someone like me, to seek my friendship, despite all that I was, to see me as a deeper person, worthy of her company. And all above, to look at me, out of all people she has met, to consider me as one suitable enough to be her partner, despite... I shook my head. No, these were not the thoughts Lumine would want me to have about myself. There were things I could offer to her, so she sought my partnership, such as... That might be quite right either. It was not good. I was not good at valuing emotions. It is only recently that I had become more attuned to feelings I had discarded and desires I did not dare to acknowledge previously. Must this matter be so complicated? It was much easier when I spent my days meditating, disconnected myself from worldly attachments. Yeah, also if we remember again Zhao's birthday letter, where he wrote basically that he can now just dream nice dreams of the traveler and wake up and be contented. That's also super cute. So we have to fucking acknowledge what a long way Xiao came. Like, he started 4 years ago. He started out as distant, mostly. He saved the traveler from falling to death, and he helped the traveler, but also being still like, I have no need into being a part of the mortal realm. Like, he always ditched the lantern ride, and this year, to be better, he was like, traveler, let's raise a lantern together. I want Xiaolumi handholding in 2025 at lantern ride. I want the Xiaolumi handholding, and I will die on that hill. Even so, at the time I was empty. My gaze drifted back to the two mortals who were still in each other's embrace. Just when I was about to look away to respect their privacy, I noticed their faces were close together. I had seen a great many mortals display this behavior before. Even some adepti had done such. It was called kissing. Yeah, I mean, that adepti can have relationships is also very much explained. I mean, we have Ganyu and Yanfei, and yeah, nah. Yeah, we have Ganyu and we have Yanfei, for example. These are the fucking proof that adepti can have relationships. Do have relationships, in fact. Even though adepti parents are a bit weird. Like, Yanfei's parents were like, the moment she was an adult, they were like, yeah, you can look for your own now, we want to live life. That was insane, to say the least. Is this something Lumine would be interested in? Where could she be now? Wherever she might be, I prayed that she was safe. I stood still to listen to the wind, with a naive notion that I might hear her call if I did so. Fool. It had not been too long since we departed from Liyue to continue her journey. She would not be back so soon. Although her visits did increase in frequency after our bond grew, she could not neglect her own matters. Lumine had yet to reunite with her kin. We had both agreed to these terms when we discussed the arrangement of our newfound relationship. What would it be like if I traveled with her? Beyond the golden canopy, there was a landscape stretching before my eyes. Towering mountains, touching the clouds, rich forests of melodious song, and flowing streams of clear waters. My sworn duty was to cleanse Liyue of all evil, to protect this land and the people that dwell within. Though now we are living in a time of peace, and Rex Lapis had left Liyue in the hands of the mortals, He said this was a new area that was to be led by humans, so Rex Lapis shed his divine scales to live life as the mortal Zhong Li. Was I also permitted to? The balcony was now empty, devoid of all life. Twilight was approaching. The sun was steadily flowing its downward journey. It won't be long until the land, the streams of the mountains, were enshrouded by night's veil. I thought of going on another patrol. I had finished one earlier and only returned to rest when Karma's burden aggravated. My condition had improved, so it was time for another round to patrol across the most walked roads of Liyue. Many a monster had fallen into my Jaden's spear today, but evil does not rest. Monsters were sure to emerge once more. Where there was light, there was shadow. However, Lumine would probably insist that I rest, saying that Leo will not crumble to dust simply because the Guardian Yaksha took an extended rest. The other Adepti were here. The Millelith were here. They may not be an erroneous notion to hold. There were times where I had lost consciousness for an entire day or longer. When I awoke, Leo was still standing, like an unwavering stone. It was alright to rest for the day. But instead of the usual ginkgo tree I rested on, I should move to the guest room Wang Shuin has reserved for me. Lumine would feel saddened if I did not take care of myself. To me it made no difference where I rested, so long as I was sheltered from the elements in some way. Tree branches on the shade of a tree were often more than enough. Or so I said. Was it truly enough, or did I simply reject all that was good for fear that I was undeserving? I swiftly reached the special guest room reserved for me. Once an empty guest room that weren't used for centuries, now a familiar room with a gentle warmth lingering within. Can we just fucking acknowledge that he has the flowers and the Daruma and the Lyra and the fucking... Oh my god. I know this is taken out of the teapot, but this is so fucking cute. I can't imagine Lumine having decorated Zhao's room like that. This is super cute. Oh my gosh. Lumine had left some of her items here, like a written proof of her promise that she would return again. There were books we had read together, often containing inaccurate descriptions of events from the past. Others were about legends from other nations, the validity of which I could not determine. Amongst these books were, oh my god, were some called light novels. Oh my god, yeah, he's reading all the BLs. Particular fabrications of the mortal minds. Some of them were difficult to understand, but others were quite enjoyable. Next to them were gifts, souvenirs as Lumine called them, from other nations, scattered throughout items she bought for me as a present from her travels. A Lyra from Mondstadt, special flowers from Sumeru, and a Daruma from Inazuma. And yes, I pronounce it Mondstadt because that's how it is pronounced. It's Mondstadt. There were a great many other gifts amongst them, like a piece of jewelry called Lucent Crescent. Lumine's companion had told me it was a very expensive gift that was difficult to procure. Unfortunately, I was not well versed in mortal affairs, so I did not understand the meaning behind this gift. However, I appreciated everything I received from Lumine regardless. In the corner of the room, Gifts of offerings from the Qixing were neatly arranged and organized by year. The past few years I had been receiving offerings from the Qixing during Lantern Rite. Maybe he will one day, maybe he will. I acknowledged the gesture and recognized their gratitude, but I did not know what to do with those presents. When I wished to offer them to Vergolded and the rest of the people managing the inn, Golded insisted those gifts were mine to enjoy. Lumine had suggested that I could have the silks fashioned into new clothes. I had no need for such, but perhaps I could have them made into a new dress for her instead. Oh my god, he does the thing where he gifts her something that's cute. Would this be something she would like? I love all your gifts because they are from you. Lumine's words echoed in my mind. Menargias was no longer here to tutor me how to design clothes. Perhaps Golded could assist me in taking care of this matter. She had many contacts, therefore she likely knew what needed to be done. There was some unused adapter incense on the nightstand by the bed, so I ignited it to let it burn throughout my rest. It should be enough to last the night. Incense, even one crafted through the adaptile arts, was not enough to cleanse the wraiths, but it could help keeping my mind clear and perhaps reduce the frequency of nightmares. And so I removed my footwear, as per human customs, and laid on the bed. The sheets were made of high-quality silk. I had to admit they felt nice and soft, much better than the bristly branches of a tree. The room did not feel cold, yet I still pulled the soft blanket over my body. You should feel warm and comfortable. This is what Lumine would wish for me. Resting like this was nice. I reached my hand for the nightstand to take off one of the photos Lumine had left there for me. It was a photograph of herself. Naturally, I preferred looking at the real Lumine, but this would do it for now. Oh my god, this is so cute. Oh my god, like, oh, look at the picture of her when she's there. Oh my god, I can't, this is cute. This is so fucking cute. Even on this glazed paper, she looked beautiful and radiant, just as the sight of her made me feel warmth. Her soft golden hair, her sweet eyes that shone like stars, her gentle smile when she looked at me. Lumine was really beautiful. You can tell. She is the most beautiful character in all Foyoverse, according to Riku Fox. And to Zhao. And Child. And Lini. And Wanderer. And maybe some others who crush on her. When I did start being so protective of someone's perceptive of someone's physical appearance, I carefully placed the photo back on the nightstand, as I did not want to damage it by accident if I turned in my sleep. The likelihood was high for me to have nightmares despite the incense. Now then, it was time to recall the stories Lumine had shared with me. This would help me keep my mind off of unwanted negative thoughts. It was almost as effective as when I would meditate to empty my mind. Lumine's stories. There was a mortal, an elderly man from the desert who was mocked for growing raw. Oh my god, the fucking week daily with the oh my god. Oh no, don't do this to me right now. I love that fucking quest chain for growing rocks. The truth was that the elderly mortal was trying to fulfill the wish of someone who had passed away. fulfilling the wishes of those who passed away. The seeds were a special type, cultivated by that person who that dreamed to grow golden roses, the desert. So Lumine, the seeds were to break the shell. Roses were... There was tender warmth, a familiar sensation of comfort fondling me, almost like a soft hand gently stroking my hair. Lumine would do such things for me when I would rest in her presence. Was my mind fabricating sensations out of desire to see her? Would it be alright for me to indulge in... Oh my god, that's the fucking line. That's the fucking line from his birthday letter. Oh my god. This is... Oh, I can't. I can't. What are you doing to me, game? The sensation was particularly vivid. I hurriedly opened my eyes. It was foolish of me to fall to sweet delusions when darkness might have been lurking in a corner, waiting for the time to strike. But there was no darkness awaiting me, no shadows pointing their spear at my heart. Lumine was here, shining radiance, even in this dimly lit room. Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. She continued to stroke my head gently as she spoke. Lumine? You're here. It was her. She really was here with me. I missed you too much. I had to visit you even if it was late. But then I found you sleeping. I didn't have the heart to wake you up. I would rather spend time with you than sleep. Still, I wouldn't want to neglect yourself. I'm happy you're using your room more often now. This warm bed is nicer than a rough branch in the open winds under a cold night, isn't it? It's comfortable, but if Lumine was planning to stay for longer, didn't wish to spend my night sleeping, stood up to meet her gaze. I will be awake while you are here. Are you sure? Don't push yourself. If you need rest, I stay here by your side the whole night. Do not underestimate the adept. Lumine surprised me when she cupped my cheeks, squeezing them. Ever since the agreement of our relationship changed from friendship to partners, she has been doing rather peculiar things to me. This Adeptus, however, should not neglect himself or Lumine, will be very, very sad. Assure you I'm fine. Sure I'm fine. Oh, God. I had to fabricate in my mind for a second. It was difficult to speak when my cheeks were being squeezed in this manner. How did it come to this? To have someone display such impertinence towards the Adepti? Lumine chuckled as she let me go. She looked happy and satisfied, so I made no further comments. Yeah, they're both trying. It's cute. You're too adorable. There was an abundance of things I have never witnessed Lumine say or do before the change in our bond. I was at a loss for how to deal with them. Over time, Lumine appeared to feel more comfortable in my presence, becoming more talkative, even displaying some of her own vulnerability. She said as much herself. Still, I did not dare to assume that I knew to understand Lumine well. I was aware that there were topics she did not want to discuss, and parts of herself she did not wish to reveal. After all, I was simply one of her many encounters, No friend nor ally would ever be close to Lumine's heart like her own kin. Now that the nature of our relationship had shifted, she was prepared to learn more. I was prepared to learn more about things about her. Alas, despite these preparations, I was unable to properly approach these new developments. Lumine's companion did not follow her as much, so we could have private time together. Lumine was more open about her thoughts and weaknesses, and she touched me more often, stroking my hair, holding hands. Yes, there were things that were expected. Her new strange behaviors, however, were not. I had to reflect on this and perhaps seek some advice. In that case, would you like to do something together? It's a fine night. We could go out, perhaps. Anything is fine with me. Having you around is all that matters. I like to do something to enjoy. Don't just go along with my whims. You used to so easily reject my invitations, but now you agree with everything I suggest. Neither is ideal. I will keep that in mind. Although Lumine's presence was rejuvenating for me, I could still sense a trace of tiredness lingering. It was not something I could not endure with ease. The current burden of my karma was far more benign than the usual torture. However, if I was given a choice, then I would prefer something calm and quiet. Tonight, I did not wish for the excitement of the human world. I sought tranquility. I would like to go somewhere that is quiet and peaceful. Then how about walking along the shores, listening to the waves, collecting star conscious. The skies seem particularly clear tonight. The moon and the stars are visibly reflected on the waters. Yes, that sounds good. I will take us there. I said that. Lumine grabbed one of my boots and I had placed on the bed. What are you? You're not going out barefoot, aren't you? I can do it myself. Lumine did not heed my words. She instead gently slid my footwear over my feet. Truly, I was not used to Lumine's new behavior. Was this what partners did on the regular? Helping each other to dress and undress? In that case, next time Lumine would stay in my room to rest. Oh god, I would like me to undress you next time you stay here. Did I say something wrong? Did I misunderstood what partners do for each other? It's because I helped you put your shoes on? Well, you're not wrong to think that way, but that's the third base, bro. It was rare to see Lumine having difficulty with words. I must have truly said something wrong. Don't worry about it. I was simply caught off guard when you said that. And yet, somehow she still found the right words to say if she read my mind and understood my worries. Shall we go? I brought Lumine to the shores, southeast of the ruins of the Gilly Assembly. This area used to be very different in the past, both the scenery and the people that dwelt within. When I would pass by this site during my patrols, surveying the surroundings for lurking evils, I would sometimes find myself reminiscing over the past. Today I was visiting the area with company, cherishing the present. It was nice, serene location. There were neither mortals nor demons in sight. This particular area was not one frequented by humans. As for the demons, they had all been eliminated by my golden winged spear a few days prior. More demons and monsters were sure to emerge. They always did. But for this single moment in time, the world was at peace. The moon was glowing with silver light that was reflected on the calm waves of the sea that looked akin to a mirror. Basking in this soothing light, where the two of us walked along the shore while holding hands. We had been doing this often, holding hands like this. It did feel nice. I felt closer to Lumine in a way I was not before. I recognized now the buried desires I had for someone's tender touch, to be connected to another. And now all those desires were pointing towards a single direction, a single path leading to Lumine. How was your day? Lumine had said that she enjoyed hearing about my day regardless of its contents. Even so, I was saddened by the reality that I had nothing interesting to share. It was uneventful. The good kind of uneventful? Yes. That's good. I didn't wish to worry her. However, as a partner I believed that there should be a higher level of sincerity between us, so perhaps it was appropriate to mention my karma. In life, I saw no purpose in acting of lying, but I would often omit the conceal that which did not concern others. Lumine would want to know about my condition. Karma was more painful today, but I feel better now that you are here. Oh, thank you for telling me. If it becomes too much to bear, you need to rest. Let me know, okay? I will return to Wangshu, or you can rest here on my lap if you prefer. I always carry my trusty blanket with me. I will be fine. When you are with me, karma is easier to bear. If that an invitation of mine to spend more time with you? You need to stay vigilant. I have high resistance to your karma, higher than vision bearers and even other adepti. Even if there is truth to what you say. This was one of my greatest concerns. My karma would prevent us from living together like a proper couple, so I did not wish to subject Lumine to a life tied to someone like me. Yet, Lumine insisted she would rather live like this than not have me in her life at all. It was incomprehensible to me. There were a lot of things we could not do together, but this was her wish. Xiao, if you can hear all wishes in Liyue, won't you listen to my wish too? And so I accepted her wish. Please, for once, won't you wish for your own happiness? And I accepted mine too. I know I will keep my promise to you. The promise that she would not endanger her life by staying too close for too long. But I am going to reclaim my former power one day. I was very strong, you know. Then my resistance to her karma will be as high as the sky. We discussed this matter before. And I repeat that I used to be very strong. Stronger than you, in fact. So, when the day arrives and I have my powers reclaimed, there will be no cause for worry. And most importantly, I will be able to protect you from everyone and everything. Huh? You will be safe with me. I am a Yaksha who has seen and experienced many battles. War is one thing I am most accustomed to. Fighting is what I do best, for it has been the eternity of my life. You're also my dear partner, and I want to keep you safe. Besides, I have a lot of fighting experience too. That may be so, and I accept your assistance in battle, but I am the one who should be protecting you. Nothing and nobody shall lay a hand on you for as long as I stand. You're always protecting me. It will be soon my turn. Your turn? We'll take turns protecting each other. How about that? I suppose. Don't suppose. Just let me take care of you. It was difficult to argue with her. She had a response for everything I might have wanted to say. I was well aware of her fighting powers, and I understood that she may have been a higher being than me. Despite this, it was only right for the one to protect your partner. That might have been the way Lumine thought as well. I will accept your proposal. She looked satisfied with my response. Lumine and I had discussed this matter more than once, yet it was still difficult for me to fully comprehend what led to such a radiant, amazing being like her to wish for a lifetime with my company. Don't we all have this feeling when we actually find our significant other, that we always think, what even brought you to want to be with me? Like, why do you like me so much? And I guess this is something that also shows how mortal and humanoid Xiao really has become. I had become to accept and understand that I was more than a mere slaughterer, more than a violent weapon of death. I could be considered a hero who was deserving of some happiness. Moreover, I was capable of offering some good things to her. Still, is there something on your mind? What have I done to deserve such affection from you, wishing to protect me from everything? You exist. Just by existing, you deserve my affection. Yeah, I guess I would act the same if I ever got someone I could say who's my partner. Because I have to be honest with myself, I am a weirdo. I'm a fucking ass weirdo. So if every human being would ever be like, I want to be in a relationship with you, I would be like, hell, why? I'm a fucking mess. That reasoning follows no logic. It follows my logic. This is a serious question. My answer is serious. May I? An unexpected request, but I knew what it meant. Yes. Lumine embraced me softly, wrapping her arms around my waist. Not knowing what to do, I followed her lead to return the gesture. She then spoke with a lowered voice, with a whimsical tone I recognized all too well these days. Would you like me to elaborate? Now this was a dangerous territory. I had spent enough time with her to understand what this meant. Teasing. No need. Really? She turned her head to look me in the eyes. We were very close to each other now, and without understanding why, I felt my heart beat faster than usual. Lumine's soft eyes were gleaming under the moonlight, as did her hair. Silver shimmer meeting her golden glow. Beautiful. Her alien, yet now ever so familiar scent of stardust was mixed with that of the ocean's breeze, turning the sea's salty aroma sweet. Oh god, really? I must act before it's too late. God. Okay, this feels now like a romance comedy, if everything else. Oh, come, let's give in. Let's give in. Unfortunately, my mind was failing me. I appeared that I had lost my ability to resist against Lumine. I would have to endure this. Alright, you may speak. You're the cutest, most adorable, the prettiest and most beautiful partner. There wasn't so much as a hint of hesitation. She spoke those words like they were the most natural things to say. Lumine kissed me softly on my cheek as she continued. Sweet and kind, caring and protective, always here for me, always keeping me safe, both my body and heart. Thank you. I had mentally prepared myself for the teasing, so I was at a loss of words before Lumine's sincerity. Yeah, her sparkle is everything. She is everything. Yeah, everyone would wish to have someone as Lumine in their life. Let's be honest. Lumine let go of me, as if she had sensed that I needed a moment to gather my thoughts. While attempting to put my mind in order, my eyes wandered to calm waters when I noticed my reflection. The face I took from my human form was... It was what models call blushing. Naturally, I was aware of the heat gathered on my face, and I was capable enough to take notice of the strange feeling. However, I did not quite realize where physical marks manifesting on my face. This was troublesome. I did not like this. This newfound awareness only served to aggravate matters. My sense of whatever this feeling may be appeared to increase, as did the rosy color on my face. This was very troublesome. Would you like to take some photos on commemorate the night? Photos? The suddenness of the question caught me unprepared. Lumine was now holding a camera in her hands. She must have taken it out of her bag when I wasn't looking. Lately we have been taking photographs of ourselves rather frequently. This was nonetheless a strange moment to ask for. I glanced at my reflection once more. You... me? I know what you are planning, and I do not approve. Guilty as charged. But it's too late now. The camera is already in my hands. You. So cute, so adorable. Cease this foolery. Make me... Okay. Okay, this is just... Oh my god. Okay, take the camera. I swiftly took the camera off Lumine's hands. This imprudence ends here. Lumine was laughing healthily. To the reason that eludes me, it appears that I was reasonable for this. So, I was capable of making her laugh like this. Fine, you can have your camera back, with which you may continue to take troublesome photographs of me. Thank you. Lumine carefully placed the camera on and photos in her bag. Fortunately, she exercised her mercy to cease this frustrating behavior of hers. My inability to counter her teasing had proven to be an issue. Whose advice was I meant to seek? Zhongli was very knowledgeable in all matters, but although I was encouraged to consider him as a friend, I did not feel comfortable enough to discuss this topic with him. Yeah, imagine he tells you about the birds and the bees. like imagine Cloud Retainer builds a machine to like show him the act. It's like, Cloud Retainer, you're weird. Or when he goes to Yan fans, like, or I don't know, which people could he actually, I don't know, console and consult for advice in relationships and love? Like, I would say Ganyu is the safest bet. She would be like, buy her flowers. Imagine, like, you have this table of 4, like, your feelings matter. It's okay to ask for help. You're not a burden. And then you have child sliding in. Murder is okay. Moon Carver and Mountain Shaper were not ones to possess the knowledge I sought. Cloud Retainer, now it comes. No. Not in a million years. If eternity existed, it would take the form of Cloud Retainer's blabbing. Streetward Rambler might have been one willing to listen, or perhaps it was best to console. Okay, yeah, I guess Madame Ping would be a good option. Like, at all. Like Madame Ping I would also see, or Yao Yao who's be like, I don't know. Like, just say that you like her. Tell her you like her. Give her some radish. Oh yeah, Venti would be like, let's get drinking. Let's get wasted. At any rate, none of that could help with my present situation. It was imperative that I had found my way to counter Lumine's teasing, to make her flustered. But how would one do that? For reasons I did not know, the memory of the two models on Wang Shu's uppermost balcony surfaced in my mind. Perhaps. Indeed, I had observed this behavior, and it did not look to be very complicated. Yeah, Ping is probably the best. Or, I don't know, I guess from the mortals, I would say maybe Kitching. Maybe you could ask her for advice, because I see her as the most reasonable of everyone. Like, asking Ningguang or Beidou would be like, take her and throw her on the bed. Or, I don't know, Chongyun would be too young, I guess. Shanling Chu, Xinshou, I don't know. Fucking Hu Tao would be collateral damage to ask her for advice. Yelan, I guess you could ask her. She's mature enough to actually give advice, but I don't know if that would be a very, very comfortable question. Like, Mortal, I have to ask you one thing. How does one make a girl flustered? And she's like, Shinju would have the guts to prank. Oh god. Oh god. I can see him doing that, but I can see also that he is nice and compassionate enough to not do that. Like Shinshu can be a bit mean or mischievous sometimes, but I do not expect him doing that. And I see that Hu Tao would try pranking him as well, but more in a way of giving it away immediately. Indeed, I had observed this behavior, and it did not look to be very complicated. Surely I possess the ability to do it. Lumine? What is it? Would you like to try kissing? To my surprise, my plan was unexpectedly successful. I could trace the marks on her blushing, of blushing on her face. Cute. She is very cute. If you want to, I would like that very much. Could have only been my impression, but Lumine looked to be fidgeting. Then after a while, she walked closer and placed her hands on mine, never once taking her eyes off me, despite her clearly blushing cheeks. And then she closed her eyes. I recognized the feeling, nervousness arising in my heart. I had to concentrate. This is such a cute and beautiful picture, I say. This is everything. Look at how soft it is. Look at how tender it is. Look even at the colors. It's so fucking pretty and cute and everything. And oh no. The game got me. The game got me, guys. Man. Oh, man. It's so cute. It's cute. It's cute, it's cute, it's cute. I had to concentrate. So long had I spent eradicating demons. fighting until my body would stop moving. Could not possibly falter before something so simple as a kiss. Indeed, I was a mighty and illuminated adeptus who had lived for long and had experienced much. Thus, I embraced Lumine carefully, pulling her close to me. Alright, I should know what comes next. I have seen this before. So I leaned closer, and... Oh! Panic. It appears that I have failed to properly calculate the distance between us, to take to consideration our noses. I'm... Really? They're pulling this right now. Is this honestly what they do right now? Are they going for this? I am out of words. I'm going. No, I'm not leaving. No, don't worry. I'm sorry. I wished to disappear immediately. It's okay. What have I done? After promptly releasing Lumine, I covered my face in shame. Xiao, it's okay. We can try again. To think that it was I who made this suggestion. What a shameful display on my part. Lumine cupped my face unexpectedly, urging me to look at her. Xiao! Don't worry about it. Actually, I think it was kind of cute. You are difficult to understand. You just worry too much. Shall we try again? Let me show you. Alright. Once again, I could do naught but to rely on Lumine's grace. Things were more dire than I had anticipated. Quite a curious case for one such as myself, who was used to expecting the worst outcomes and scenarios. Research was needed on the matters of romantic relationships. In the corner of my eye, I noticed the first light of dawn breaking through the night shroud. Hey Money, welcome! Welcome, you're arriving at the fucking climax of the bonus route. Welcome, welcome. In the corner of my eye, I noticed the first light of dawn breaking through the night shroud. That's a visual novel of Genshin Impact. It's a Xiaolumi Hangout game. A fan made by Chris. Oh god, I forgot the name. Wait, I will... Do I have the thing on hand? Give me a second. Oh, great. Okay, give me a few seconds. I had the fucking address right here, but now I'm again... Oh my god. Okay, it will only take a few seconds. So... Okay, there's their Instagram. I mean, their Twitter. The Twitter I have faster on hand. So... if you want to pay them a visit, the art is amazing. The game itself is absolutely spectacular. If you are interested, I saved the VOD from the last stream. The last stream is the way bigger piece of the visual novel because it's almost 7.5 hours long. But yeah, the game is very good and wholesome and cute and pretty and beautiful, and I'm fucking shrimping like a fucking shrimp. Right now I'm a fox wearing the fucking costume of a shrimp. Anyway. Golden shimmer that illuminates the way. That was Lumine. I embraced her the same way I did before. She was here, close to me. Lumine smiled at me lovingly. And then leaned closer until our lips touched. Strange. Strange sensation, but not unpleasant. A bit like almond tofu, but better. That's the highest praise you could ever get out of him, because don't meddle with this man's almond tofu. This is perfect. Yes, softer and sweeter, warm and close, and connected. That is until Lumine pulled away. See, it's all good now. How was it? Did you like it, or? It was pleasant. Strange, but pleasant. There was a sense of closeness, a connection to someone I had never felt before. This was merely a novel feeling to me, a product of the solitary life I had used to lead. Or was it something special that connected partners? Lumine was patiently waiting for me to organize my thoughts. Was it... Did you enjoy it? Of course I did. I've wanted to do this with you for a long, long time. Affectionate, loving, sincere. There was no hint of teasing, no playfulness in her voice. Only the quiet sweetness I heard so often these days. I wasn't sure how to bring it up. I didn't want to rush things, so I'm really happy you asked. Her hands had not moved, still holding me softly, occasionally caressing me. I acknowledged. I recognized my yearning for connection with someone after spending so long in solitude. Most of all, I recognized my yearning for closeness with Lumine. Okay, let's save that as well. So, request another. May I have another one? Instead of responding with words, Lumine responded with actions. We leaned into each other, and our lips touched once more. There was a primal, raw emotion I could not identify. A feeling permeating my body, all calling, orientating from my soul. Originating. I want more of this. I needed more of this. To be liked, to be connected with someone so strongly in both body and mind. Not just someone, to Lumine. I wished to be close and connected with her. Though, to fear that I may be too much, I pulled away. If I could make a guess, I would say that you enjoy it. I do. If it's alright with you, I would like to do this more often. Me too. I would like that very much. Lumine squeezed me in her embrace, a gesture I so eagerly returned. I knew not how long it was that we stayed like this. Oh. It looks like the sun is already up. I should let you go soon. You didn't get much rest because of me. It's fine, I prefer... Nuh-uh! You need to get some rest. I will visit you again as soon as I can. Don't worry, I can't stay away from you for too long. I didn't mean... I would never dare to chain Lumine to prevent her from traveling the world and fulfilling her own wishes. I know. All I'm saying is that I miss you every moment I'm away from you, so I will be back very soon. I want to see you more often too, but remember to stay vigilant. Of course. Next time, I will be prepared. Prepared? Yes, I wish to be a good partner for you. There must be things I can do. While Lumine would be away, I would ask advice and consult with others on how to improve as a partner. Lumine was kind and patient. She would guide me when necessary, but I wished to understand our bond better and to be able to support her in ways I had not done before. Silly, silly Xiao. You're already my perfect partner. Still. And you already done plenty of things for me, like giving me Tevat's greatest treasure. What do you... Your love, of course. The greatest treasure. Oh my god, that's so fucking cute. You... What could one possibly say to such words? My mind searches for response. Alas, there's nothing to be found. I can only stand still, speechless and bewildered, dazzled by the sun's brilliant lights shining on Lumine, dazzled by the beauty of her honest words and the depth of her love for me. There was one dream of a life beyond the endless wars, beyond the sceneries of horror. I was the only one who did not dream of such. And yet, I am the only one who is still here. Why was I permitted to live when others perished? The answer eludes me still. But while I am here, I shall live for them, for Lumine and... But while I'm still here, for myself too. Bah. I thought that is a whole new text box. So, that was basically the main part of the bonus story. We will now get the other few things here, like find a way out. We will now look if we can squeeze out a bit more of story here. Releasing myself from Lumine's embrace was one way of escaping this predicament, but I did not like this thought. Her embrace was nice and warm. I wished to remain like this for a while. In which case, the remaining option was to find a way out verbal. Lumine kissed me on the cheek softly. I could not resist. You're too cute. Cute. Do you not like being called cute? This, of course, was a dangerous question. Observing Lumine had taught me this much. Ha, I will not fall for this. For what? Your mischief. I possess a great many adaptable arts of meditation to keep the mind and heart undisturbed by worldly affairs. I saw it. It was but a brief moment. A glint in her eyes, an impish gaze. Something was amiss. Is that so? Lumine slid her hand over my chest. Her intentions were unclear. Then why is your heart beating so fast? Instinctively I attempted to free myself, and Lumine had enough mercy on me to let me go. Her chuckle did not escape my ears, however. While attempting to escape Lumine's gaze, my eyes wandered to calm waters, where I noticed my reflection. The face I took in my human form was... Okay, we can skip over this dialogue. This time we take the photos. I swiftly took the photographs of Lumine's hands. Those cursed photos needed to be eradicated. Lumine was laughing heartily. Though the reason... Okay, I guess we are done now. Fine, you may keep these photos. So long as you're the only one who sees them. Thank you. Okay, I guess we are completely done here. So we try again this time. I would like to try again. I wish to do it properly this time. Instead of responding with words, Lumine closed her eyes. An invitation to kiss her. We leaned into each other and our lips touched once more. Okay, I think we are now done here, right? Yeah, okay. Peoples, we are done. We have seen every ending and we picked every choice possible that has at least some value of picking other than being one other line. Yeah, what can I say? This is one of the best visual novels I've ever played. It's immensely wholesome. It's super cute. It's safe for work, most importantly. I have nothing against not safe for work content in visual novels. It is a part of the genre. But not safe for work things can be wholesome and nice and spicy as well sometimes. So I really appreciate that we had only soft things in this. So yeah, if I would rate the game, I would definitely give it a straight 10 out of 10. It's super good. It's very good written. The music is from the game, and the music from HoYoverse is always intense and good and magnificent. The art is very good. Like, I love the fucking art. It's so fucking pretty. It's so fucking shiny and everything else. I have only to see one thing. The game had voices, didn't it? But I don't know if there is there something like a texture pack or something like that? Want to look? Is there a fucking add-on? It's the Mac, that's Android, that's phone. Huh. Okay, I think there's something else. I can't see it, but it was not that important. I love to read all the lines because, first of all, I love to read in visual novels, and second of all, more importantly, I really loved it to bring it over. Even though I did not give my best to voice act because of my fucking destroyed throat, but yeah. Thank you so much for the fun time. Alright, Willy. Thanks for watching. I wish you a great fucking rest of the day. And also a very great weekend. See you hopefully the next time when I'm streaming. Keep your eyes on Twitter when to see when I stream next. Because I don't know when I will stream next week. Until then, bye-bye. Huh. I just wonder. I just streamed for roughly 3 hours. If I should play something else or call it a day. That's the more important question, I guess. Oh, Lily, thanks for your follow. Welcome into the burrow. Huh. So... Yeah, I guess I don't have anything to play because I don't want to switch to Yu-Gi-Oh right now. So yeah, I guess I'll call it a day for today because I have streamed almost 7.5 hours on the last stream, so I guess it's fair when I call the stream a bit short today. Is there anyone I could raid to? Yeah, Oru is streaming. Faya is streaming. Oh, I guess I could send you to Faya. That sounds good. Just have to look at. So, peoples, I hope you had a very pleasant stream. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for lurking. And we see each other around next week. I don't know when, but we will definitely see each other. Until then, bye-bye. Have a great day. Thank you.